Feels like a nice bonefish.
All the time of doing this, one of the things that is always fun is to shake it up a little bit and do something different. And one of the things that we have is to take paddle boards. We have these live paddle boards that are really great, and it really opens up so many opportunities. Okay, I'm on shark propulsion.
Look at that, man. Wow. Oh, yeah. Come on. Oh, he ate it. He ate it. He ate it. Nice, baby. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I thought you said you had to...
got him, relax.
Oh, dude, he just ripped my boat off. Oh, awesome. Look at that big boy. Woo.
K Saltwater Experience, presented by Yellowfin, with Captain Tom Rowland and Captain Rich Tudor.
What's up?
Hey, morning.
Ready to roll?
Yeah, man.
Got everything ready to go.
Yeah, we got the boards loaded. Ready for an adventure.
I love going on the paddle boards. That's gonna be fun, man. What do we got?
Wind's blowing hard, and I got the 26, so you know, we'll take a nice ride in the comfort, but there's been some bonefish up shallow, so
great.
You know, we might have trouble getting to them on this, but especially with the low falling tide. But we can.
This is the best of both worlds. You got the nice ride there, and then get out and go shallow.
Yep, and we rigged up those micro poles, so hopefully those will help us to stop in the wind and give it a whirl.
Fantastic.
But yeah, man, we're right here. Founders, there's good fishing right back here close, so we don't have to go too far.
Yeah, we're in the heart of it right here. You want me to get this line up here? You know, we've both been doing this for a long time. We started out in skiffs. Well, you really started out offshore. I started out in a skiff. Did the inshore thing, moved to a bay boat, moved back into offshore boats, and all the time of doing this, one of the things that is always fun is to shake it up a little bit and do something different, or to hear about something that we haven't done and be like, you know, maybe we should try that. And one of the things that we have, and we have done this a number of times, is to take paddle boards. We have these live paddle boards that are super stable, really great. We've got the manta racks on the boat to where we can put the paddle boards on the 26. We could fish off the boat, we could fish off the paddle boards, and it really opens up so many opportunities.
Yeah, this is an awesome park, man. Great ramp for the Islamorada residents, and my daughter swims in the pool there. Boys play sports on the field. The beach there is phenomenal. We have, I mean, can't count how many birthday parties all the kids have had there over the years. It's great. You can rent a little pavilion and hang out. And, I mean, this marina is all the county park, or the city park.
Great dockage, lots of parking. It's nice.
So it's cool, you know, you met me up at Founders Park, which is not far from my house there. And, you know, I was able to load the paddle boards up on the 26, which is pretty cool. 26 got these little racks on the side, and put the paddle boards on there, and it's nice because you can still function all around the boat. You can, you know, fish regularly, load stuff, as opposed to having them in the boat with you, and they're safe and secure. So I was able to get those loaded up, and I met you at Founders Park, which is a cool spot.
Yeah, and certainly great place to meet or put in, but the location is nice because you're in a place where you could easily head back to Key Largo, head to the Everglades, fish Islamorada. Just a really great location for a wide variety of fishing.
All right, start here, and we'll work our way down this little strip here.
Okay.
Water's real low, so the fish cannot be on that shallow spot right now. They'll be on this edge somewhere.
Okay.
But the water will start rising here in a little bit.
So after we got to the spot, power pole down, and it was time to set up the boards. Really easy, just dropping them in off the racks there, right at the boat. But then this is where it really made a big difference having those power pole micros on there. That's a cool little setup. Has a little removable bracket there. Once we got the boards in the water, just put on the little micro attachment there. And that really makes a big difference, especially blowing downwind. We were able to fish so effectively, just covering ground, stopping when we saw fish. Setting the board up right made a big difference.
Look at you. You're on.
I'm on.
Okay, cast off. once you get it all set up, you know, what we were using, you had a cooler, I had the Yeti Go box on there, but I kind of felt like you need something like a home base, right? Like you can sit there and fish sitting down, or you can stand up and paddle. But when we would hit that power pole micro, man, I'm telling you, it would stop you like bam. But the ability to be able to go down there and stop, cast, pick the power pole up, go down a little bit more, stop, and that's how we ended up getting some bites. Got something.
All right, got him on. Nice job.
Feels like the right one.
I'll bet that's a bonefish.
Yeah, this is so cool.
Hard to get up this shallow in any boat, huh?
You're not getting up there in another boat. You could
Feels
wait
like
it maybe,
feels
but
like a good one there.
yes, sir. This is the right one, right time. It's gonna be awesome, man.
It didn't take you too long.
It really didn't take long at all. Quite impressed. Oh. Well,
man.
I saw him, and it was the right one.
Bonefish for sure, huh?
Bonefish for sure, but
Broke.
something cut me off. I mean, cut me off up high.
Oh, that sucks.
But that was definitely a bonefish. And I believe if we can catch him, we can catch another one.
To get more information and purchase the gear that we're using on the show, scan the QR code.
The Hawks K Saltwater Experience, presented by Yellowfin, is brought to you by Hawks K. Find what lures you. Lowrance. See more, catch more. Waypoint, the destination for outdoor entertainment. Mercury Marine. Go boldly. St. Croix Rods, the best rods on earth. And by Ameritrail Trailers. Daiwa. Power Pole, Reflex Boat Decking, and Costa.
Once I hooked that bonefish, I was like, man, this is really, really good. We're in a good situation, and I think we're gonna catch some fish. I mean, I really enjoyed the paddle boards and think we should probably do it more often rather than less often. They're fun. Those particular boards are very stable, more so than other boards that we've used and that are on the market. These are way more stable, way better for fishing. I mean, we could carry a lot of stuff. We had 2 or 3 rods each, a cooler, a bucket full of shrimp, a power pole micro on the back, and then I put like a paddle holder and a rod holder on there too, and the little rails that are on the board. You know, it's in the right situation. It's a great way to fish.
Feels like a nice bonefish.
Got a bonefish? Let's go, Rich.
Yeah, man.
After you hooked that bonefish right off the bat, I was excited. We had that low water. It seemed like, you know, that's where I've done my best, is when the water's low, they're working right on that tight edge. And so I moved down there a little bit further, and sure enough, I'm making some casts, and pss, hook one. He's spooling out the line. I knew it was a bonefish right away, the way they run. There's nothing like the run of a bonefish.
That was cool, man. Right up on this edge. Totally cool.
The bonefish I caught him on a little white jig. Normally when I'm sight fishing bonefish, I'll use just a shrimp or something like that, or flies. But the jig is a pretty interesting way when the fish are just a little off that edge before they come on, especially when it was cloudy and overcast, just to continuously work it. And it's a pretty interesting setup, just a little piece of shrimp on there, and just keep casting that while I'm looking. You know, I'm sight fishing, I'm hoping to see them, but constantly working that jig out there, get a lot of extra bites on that.
That's cool, huh?
Yes, sir. Good job. Good job. He bit it right on the edge?
Yeah, I mean, not very far. I was thinking it might have been a cuda at first, but
Yeah.
oh man, that was
All
really
right.
cool.
You did it.
Pretty awesome.
I don't think we'd have gotten our boat up in this shallow water.
Well, it's a pretty interesting way to fish, man. Look at that.
Good for you, man. That's awesome. That's about like the one I had hooked, I think.
Yeah.
Good size.
Beautiful.
Healthy, man. Very healthy.
That is beautiful. Look at the blue on that tail.
Yes, sir.
Now,
We did it. You found them, man.
it's pretty interesting. All right, see you, buddy. There he goes.
Bonefish in there, I was kind of thinking, man, if we get on these bonefish, there might be a situation where we could really catch a lot of them. It wasn't quite like that. We were trying to catch the bonefish, but I started seeing some barracudas. I thought, man, this actually looks more interesting to me than jigging for the bonefish, because I can see these barracudas and I can cast this lure to them, and that's one of my favorite things to do. There's a cuda coming, one behind me. Come on, eat it. Boom!
You got him?
Yeah, that was cool. He followed me all the way in. I saw him coming
was
across
really
that white
cool.
shallow area there, and he came in and he turned out, and I threw out there. Oh, that's a bird shadow. Nice, nice. It is
was
a
on the
different
top water
experience
plug.
being right down here with him, though.
It is.
Difference between like wading for bonefish and being in the boat.
Really cool.
Good time. Do things a little different, you know? I made a living doing that for a long time, where you take people out, you see the barracuda, you throw the lure, you bring it by, and the cuda comes and eats it. And it is one of the best bites in all of sport fishing.
This is fun, man.
It is fun.
You know, and I'm able to just wade here and literally have all my stuff, the bait, rods, cooler, everything on the paddleboard just following me along as I'm wading. It's
That's right.
it's kind of cool. And then as you get to the deep spots, you just jump on and paddle over.
I might get him just right here. The barracuda gets a bad rap offshore because they tear up people's rigs, and they spend a lot of time, you know, making these rigs for sailfish or whatever, and a cuda just comes by and snips it off. I get it, but in shallow water with the right tackle, barracuda is one of the greatest game fish ever. It has an incredible bite, tons of teeth, runs, jumps, it attacks the lure. It's really fun. You can fish them with light tackle, and when you're fishing for those on purpose in the shallow water, it can be one of the most fun things ever. So once I started seeing a couple of those, I was like, okay, I think I'm switching. He is certainly an apex predator, but that doesn't mean that he doesn't have predators of his own. In the shallows, certainly these sharks, they love those things, man.
Yeah, I think those lemon sharks are looking for them.
They love them.
That was cool. So my highlight of the day was this barracuda. I love catching barracudas too. That's something I used to always do when I was a kid. Watching them, you know, especially sight fishing them like that when they're up super skinny like that, this was a unique experience. I was literally standing, waiting. I could see them up there. I got the board right there with my 3 different rods on it. I was throwing a bonefish jig, but when I saw those cudas, I picked it up, switched to the cuda rod, and I made a cast out in that white hole. I could see 4 or 5 fish, and one of them pulls out of the pack. I'm sitting there standing ankle deep water. He hooks it, he's shooting across the flat, going crazy. I mean, he ran right under your board. I mean, that was a really cool fight. Following right under
Oh,
the
he's
boat.
coming at you. Ah.
Oh, that was so cool,
Did
man.
you get over me?
Yeah, I'm good. That was incredible, man. Wow.
Good work.
I threw in a couple and they weren't very happy about it, and that one liked it. That was so awesome, man. So shallow.
Caught a few of those barracudas, and I mean, you were saying too, like, it's a different experience catching one of these cudas, you know, on your feet. Like, it's not like I felt like a cuda was gonna attack us or anything, but it is a different experience being right there with them. And everything's a little bit different on the paddleboard. Like when you've been fishing in a boat and you get on a paddleboard, everything is just a little bit different. Not harder, not easier, just it's definitely different. You can't take as much tackle as you normally do, so you have to be very strategic about what you choose to take on the paddleboard. And I felt like I was pretty well prepared. I had some jigs, I had a couple of hooks, I had a little bit of wire, I had some leaders, and you know what that allowed me to do was to see the cudas, make a change, put a little wire on there, tie the lure on, and actually catch some of those.
That was great.
Serious teeth right there.
They came in following it, going crazy. There was like 3 of them.
Ready to let this one go, Rich?
Yeah, man.
Good work.
That was sweet. Yeah, there was 4 or 5 of them laying in that hole.
And after we did that, I saw something at the end. I was like, you know, there's a shark moving around here, and I haven't seen anything else, so I'm gonna cut the CUDA lure off. I'm gonna put just a hook on here and throw out a shrimp that I had in the bucket and see if maybe I could catch this shark.
You got a shark coming in?
I don't think I can land him, but I'm gonna see if he'll eat it anyway. Oh, I hooked him. There might be
Big
a
one?
chance. Woo, shark on a paddleboard. Woo! This might be a sleigh ride. If I just let off the power pole, will you come pick me up way out here?
Sure. Yeah, let him pull you around. The wind will blow you back in.
I guess I'm going.
Yeah, the wind will blow you back in.
He does not like this. Okay, I'm on shark propulsion.
Look at that, man. That's crazy.
You know, I grew up water skiing.
Wow. That's amazing. You don't even have that much drag on there.
If you don't see me again, come get me in the boat.
All right, sounds good.
Scan the QR code to get more information on this product and buy one for yourself.
Tom and I went and did a little exploration on the paddleboards the other day, and one of the key things for us was the PowerPole Micro. Attaching that on there allowed us to stop efficiently, fish better, allowed us to actually use the remote and let the paddleboard come to us. It's perfect, it's super lightweight, so if you have a small paddleboard, a kayak, just a super small skiff, it doesn't add much weight at all. I get it with the external battery. So this is self-contained, doesn't have to hook up to your boat. You can also run it to your boat on the battery. But this self-contained battery system is perfect for our paddle boards. All right, and then it comes with its own stake here, which this is interesting. You can put this down on the board when you're not using it flat, and then when you are using it, you can just bring it up, put in this little attachment here, and work it with the remote. It's really cool setup, just like your regular power pole. Down, all the way, boom, and it comes up. So really cool setup, all done by remote. So this PowerPole Micro on a paddleboard or any small vessel makes a huge difference on both fishing effectively and just your enjoyment throughout the day.
The Hawks Cay Saltwater Experience, presented by Yellowfin, is brought to you by Yellowfin. Live deeper. Hook, unite all anglers. Tackle Direct, the world's premier fishing outfitter. Yeti, built for the wild. Islamorada, in the Florida Keys. And by Golden Boat Lifts. Power Pole Move. Nikon. Lithium Pros, and Live Water Sports.
Thank you for watching Saltwater Experience. If you'd like to see more, you can see 19 seasons of Saltwater Experience on Waypoint TV or YouTube. You can check us out on Instagram and Facebook. I got him, Rich. The hardest part about this is going to be getting back to you. I mean, that wasn't a particularly large shark, but if you're sitting there stationary and you've got 8-pound test on that little bonefish rod, I mean, he's going to take off. I mean, that little bitty shark is capable of spooling you on the right condition. So I saw that was happening and just lifted the power pole up and you take off. It was just like water skiing.
You were going right out in the open Gulf. I'm like, okay, where are you going?
That's fun.
Man, you took off, that was amazing.
It's really kind of fun.
That's pretty impressive, man. Yeah, that's a pretty good fish on a bonefish rod.
Let him get a little more tired.
That was pretty entertaining to watch,
Was
man.
it?
You took off
Glad to be your entertainment. Well, now that we've gone out into the wilderness, I think I'll be ready to try to paddle back into the wind here.
Well, it's been fun,
Once I
man.
get finished with this guy.
Getting up on this super low tide and finding all this cool stuff.
Yep.
You know, we do a lot of this fishing, but just seeing it from a different perspective is kind of cool.
It's always cool with a different perspective.
That was really cool. I didn't think you'd ever land the thing because you know you had such a small rod and everything, but I think letting them actually drag the board probably helped tire them out.
Sure. I mean, at the first, you know, when I'm stationary, you have to have light drag, you know, to put drag on that fish to tire him out. But once you pick up the power pole, now you can really crank the drag down because he's just pulling you along. So that's what I did, and I was able to get the line back and move on, you know. But what an exciting way to finish the day. Shark on a paddleboard.
This reminds me of years ago when we went in the canoe out the sea monster. Remember that?
Yep. Okay, I'm gonna say bye-bye to him.
See ya, bud.
Thank you.
Well, that
And
was
he just
cool,
disappears in the mud, man. How many more are down there like that? Okay. Whew, that's a long way back there.
man. It was easy going downwind.
It was easy going down.
I'll tell you what,
man.
these boards move good though.
Yeah. All right, well, I'll race you back to the boat.